So if you guys may or may not know, I was robbed by Supercell in last video. They basically came up behind me in the middle of the night, had an Evo Wizard in their hand, slapped me across the face. I was on the ground. They said, "You're gonna take Evo Wizard and be happy about it." And I was too scared to do anything. I was too scared to report it to the police. So here we are, and I had to make this deck. Evo Wizard, Archer, Arrows, Skeleton, Dark Prince, E-Giant, Firecracker, and Void Spell. Now I'm going to be showing some of my past games with this deck, and I'm just going to be showing you guys this win streak. You guys can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 wins with this deck. And then before this, you could see I didn't play with this deck. I switched some stuff out. But I did lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I lost 5 times and won 12 times. This has a 2.0 win-loss ratio. So I'm going to get right into the first match. And this was the latest match that I did. And this was a huge comeback from me. And I am so surprised that I won this match, in all honesty, because I thought I was dead as soon as this guy started showing his cards out. Because you guys are going to see, I have Wizard down, he has Knight down, he has Mortar, and he has Tesla, and Tesla is such a big counter, or not even not Tesla, Inferno Tower. Inferno Tower is such a big counter to my E-Giant, and it is incredible that I even won this match, and I am just so surprised. But you guys are going to see, I placed E-Giant on the right side because I noticed he didn't have a lot of Elixir. Because I was just trying to keep track. Like, he placed Wizard in the back, he placed Mortar up front. He doesn't have that much Elixir to protect. So he placed his Inferno Tower. That was a good play by him. But my E-Giant is still going to get some hits. I placed Skeletons on Wizard just to deflect it. The Wizard still gets a hit, I think. Yeah, it does. So I have my Evo Wizard in rotation. I have Void. I have Firecracker and Dark Prince. I think I just start waiting here. I might place Evo Wizard in the back, or Firecracker. Yeah, I think, yeah, Firecracker in the back. So you guys are going to see in these matches, me using Void and me using the Evo Wizard actually pretty decently. And the fact that I have Evo Wizard now, it's my first ever Evo that I got. It really has been doing me well. So even though Supercell costs a lot of money, I had to do it. Alright, so we're going to see here. I used arrows on his Princess and the Knight, and he used the Knight for my Dark Prince. Good play by him. Yeah, so I used archers here. I'm pretty sure I rust with E-Giant on the right side. Yep. And then he's going to go Inferno Tower. So this is like why Inferno Tower is so annoying. But you know what? I was said I have Void Spell. I'm using my Void. Even though I didn't get hits on his tower, it did still destroy the Inferno Tower and wasted his Elixir. So he doesn't have a lot to rush here. But I think he does Mortar in the back or something along those. No. Oh, he was about to. He had the Mortar card out. Or he still has it out. Nah, he's going Princess. Yeah, so this guy is pretty much just rotating the Princess every single time just for his damage, because he hasn't gotten much Mortar damage down, even though the Mortar is his evolution, so he should be trying to cycle that more. So we got his Mortar down that time just to also deflect it, or not deflect it, bait the E-Giant. So that was a really good arrow by me, just the fact that it killed the Mortar, finished it off, and finished off the Knight, and did some damage to the Wizard. I placed the Void Spell down. It did some damage there. I was a little worried here just because of that Wizard in the back, but I forgot I got 2 Elixirs, so I was able to do Dark Prince behind it. So this guy's just going to keep protecting. So me and this guy are obviously like near the same tower health right now, and this like was really scary to me. But yeah, like this part was super scary because I knew he was going to do like a big push, I felt like, after, because he has the Evo Mortar, and I knew that, and like the fact that he could place that and then just completely destroy my tower if he does the right placements. But right now he's holding on to it. He does Knight. I think I do, yeah, I was gonna say I do Evo Wizard, then I do Dark Prince. I'm just trying to keep more pressure on the right side and just try to attack, because that's all I could do right now, because I know he has that Evo Mortar and he's gonna place it eventually, and I'm just trying to do as much as I can. That was a really good play by me right there. The fact that I was able to get that Evo Wizard to take the shield off and then also reset the Inferno Tower because of the shield, and then the E-Giant was close enough to zap the Inferno Tower. That was really good. So this is what kind of worried me too when he got that last. Like, look at how much damage I have compared to he has. Like, when he got that last mortar hit with the goblin, it really shook me a bit. I was like, I'm definitely losing this match. And this was my match for my highest trophies ever. And I'm sitting at 750 right now, around there, 700 or 7,750. So you guys are gonna see me. I just did E-Giant in the back. I'm trying to do a big rush here. You guys, just because I need to change up the strategy. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over. And as you can see, I placed the first E-Giant, second E-Giant went down. This really like stressed me out when he was when the Inferno Tower was just taking all like the stuff down. But this part right here, as soon as my wizard locked on right there, I knew there was a bit of hope, and that hope right there, right at the end. If that wizard didn't have that shield, I would have died. I would have lost this match. And this match was such a big victory to me, being that it was my top trophies. And it also got me a champion wild card, which I'm probably going to put that towards Little Prince because he's like the best champion at the moment in like a lot of people's opinions. In mine as well, honestly. So I'm going to go to the second match here. Alright, so this match, this guy had Sparky, and if you guys watched the trailer for the Void, you would know, or maybe it wasn't the trailer, it might have been this guy named Mortero's YouTube channel, but I know I saw a video where Void could fully counter Sparky, and my Void is 2 levels lower than his Sparky, and it still fully counters it. Even though he placed his E-Golem right there, it was a little worrying, but I had my Firecracker in the back, so I was a little bit more, like, I kind of am okay here. And then, yeah, you can see I arrowed that and then did Dark Prince. That Dark Prince placement was really bad. Just because I could have done it so it did the second stage of the E-Golems compared to just the third stage, like hitting both of them. Instead, it only hit one of them, but it ended up like working out. So he didn't have a lot of elixir here. He used Void. That was a really good play by him. But his Void didn't, like, it does so much damage, but it didn't do enough to kill the E-Giant. And if you don't kill the E-Giant at least to like 10%, it's gonna do massive damage to your tower. Except if it's Cannoneer. If it's Cannoneer, then it's gonna kill E-Giant pretty quickly. Versing a Cannoneer when you have an E-Giant deck is one of the most annoying things. But Dagger Duchess, it's in between, because obviously Dagger Duchess does so much damage when it has all of its daggers, but when it has to reload, it really does affect it, and it does like help it. So right here you can see I used arrows. Yeah. Alright, there we go. I used arrows. And then Dark Prince is just gonna keep hitting those E-Golem. Not E-Giant. So he's doing hella damage to my tower right here, but I did get all that elixir back. That's the one thing I love about E-Golem players, that they give you elixir, so I was really happy about that. So he barely has any elixir here. I think he might place his Sparky or Witch. I honestly forget what he does. Oh, okay. He doesn't do either. He uses Valkyrie. So right here, I'm pretty sure I protect heavily with the Firecracker, Evil Wizard, and Archer. And right here, this is why this deck is so good too. Because even though you have Archer and Firecracker, it may not be like a deck where you're like, wow, this looks like a really good deck. It's going to be a deck that plays like a really good deck. Because Archer and Firecracker both need arrows to take him out. And if you could bait your arrows, then it is incredible. If you could bait the other person's arrows, I mean, it is incredible how much you could do. Because archers are amazing for single target damage and like multiple target, because you have 2 of them, and they're like I can't say, or shot speed is quick. They're like, I can't say it. Their attack speed is quick. That's what it is. Alright, so you're gonna see I use the Void in the back there on the Sparky, and then I get 2 hits with the Firecracker. Right here, he does a pretty big push. My Dark Prince got carried back. That kind of scared me a bit. But I knew I had a Evo Wizard, so I could do the... Or I was able to use the, what's it called? Evo Wizard Shield on the, minions, but it didn't even have to do that. So I did E-Giant Rush here. I knew at this point I kind of won, unless he had a spell, but he didn't, so I ended up winning. So that was a really good match in my opinion. This match really showcased like how good Void Spell is, I feel like. And also just yeah, like pretty much how good Void Spell is, and also the fact that you could just cycle Firecracker and Archer and just continuously draw out their arrows by one or the other, and it just works really well. Now this match also, I thought I was gonna lose in this match low key, because if you guys are gonna see the start of this match was insane. Like this guy had some insane plays at the start of the start of this match. I didn't even know what to do. Like I didn't even know like what I was trying to do to counter, because you're gonna see he places two evil battle rams, or two battle rams, not two evos. Like he does one on that side, the left side, and then you're gonna see I protect it pretty heavily. I don't put my Dark Prince there because I know that stuff can protect it. And if I did put my Dark Prince there, I probably would have been dead on the right side completely. But look, he mirrors it, and then I use my Dark Prince. I use skeletons. Yeah, it didn't end up getting a hit. That was really good. That didn't end up getting hit. It would have done so much more damage. He does Firecracker for more damage. That was a smart play by him. And then I think I do E-Giant. Yes. And then he does Bandit. When he did Bandit, I knew he definitely was like stressing, because he definitely should have done Skeletons. And I don't know why he didn't do Skeletons here. I don't know if he just never versed an E-Giant player. But he placed Mighty Miner. Yeah, you're going to see. He placed it. And I don't know if he like just didn't know if it worked. But Mighty Miner is pretty much the same as Inferno Tower, if you guys don't know. And Inferno Tower and Inferno Dragon, if they're going up against E-Giant and they're in the range of E-Giant's Zap, then it will continuously reset the damage, and it just like does not do any damage to E-Giant. So he used Mighty Miner there, and that was a really bad play. But obviously he got damage done to my tower. Me and him are kind of at the same level here. He obviously has more tower health. And I forgot, this guy is using a level 14 Dagger Duchess. Like, this is versing a level 14 Dagger Duchess guy. And I only have Princess, so I'm really trying to get my Dagger Duchess up. So this is where I did E-Giant up there. And then I really was praying that the Dark Prince and Skeletons did a lot of damage. And they did do their work. Like, you could see, they did a lot of damage before he placed the Skeletons. And then I think, oh yeah, I did Firecracker in the back here. I didn't do arrows. So right now, I am really trying to defend. And then, yeah, I do Void just to, like, heavily take out the Battle Ram. Because if it didn't take out the Battle Ram and it bounced maybe 2 more times, I definitely could have lost that tower in the long run. Oh my god, I gotta catch a breath here. Alright, so yeah, I did E-Giant up there. At this point, I kind of felt like I won. And you could see that moment was such a big prediction by me. When he did the mirror Skeletons, and then I did the arrows, and the last arrow hit, or like the last set of arrows hit out of the 3. And it was such a big moment, because he would have killed my E-Giant like a lot quicker. Even though I might have still taken the tower, he definitely would have had a different like a much better push with the Skeletons. But from here, I really just had to defend. He said good luck. I'm pretty sure, yeah, that's a good luck. He said good game. This was a good matchup. Like, this was no hard feelings against this guy. This was a really good match, and I really liked this match. And like, this guy, he was a good sport. So that was a really good matchup also. And then I had, oh yeah, this was another good matchup. I'm showing this one purely for the fact that P.E.K.K.A. is such an amazing counter for E-Giant, but I still won against this guy who was using P.E.K.K.A. and he had normal Giant too. So you guys are gonna see the downfall of this guy is I don't think he had arrows in his deck, and if you don't have arrows in your deck, it really does suck if you're versing archers or firecracker, and I have both of those, and I'm trying to bait one or the other. So both of my archers and firecracker really helped in taking out the P.E.K.K.A. Obviously the void spell too. The void spell is so amazing. Like, look, it just double shots the wizard. Like, it is such a good spell. I love the void spell so much, you guys. Like it sounds like I'm like fangirling over it, or like fanboying over it, but literally, like, I cannot like say how much more I love the spell. Like, I think it's such a good addition to the game, and it really brings out like placement too, because there are situations where, say for there's 2 troops, and then one of them needs more damage than the other to kill it. You really have to watch your placement with the void spell to do more damage to that one troop compared to both. Alright, so I'm going to go back to commentating. So you can see I get a firecracker hit here. That was a good hit. Firecracker hits are always good to get because it does like 400 to 500 damage, I think. But as you're going to see, I did void spell here with the archers. Archers don't do a lot against Giant, but you know what? I didn't want to waste too much elixir. And then, because, yeah, I was preparing for an E-Giant attack here. I'm pretty sure he does P.E.K.K.A. here. And then, yeah, he does P.E.K.K.A. But you guys are going to see. You guys are going to watch. Look at how much damage my archers do. Plus the E-Giant Zap. Even though he takes out my E-Giant, he wasted 7 elixir on his P.E.K.K.A. And I didn't even have to place any more elixir. So that was a really, really good trade for me. Because I just did damage to his tower. Plus I killed his P.E.K.K.A. So that was a really good trade. Even though my E-Giant died. So I did Evo Wizard in the back. I think he just tried to start rushing the other side. But he was really panicking here. I forget what he does. Yeah, he does a Wizard in the middle. Alright, so right here. I feel like he really was just worrying. He didn't know what to do exactly. I'm pretty sure I let the witch just ride. No, I didn't. I placed the dark prince. I feel like I definitely could have just let that witch just like stay. I think here he takes a tower. This is my own fault. Oh, does he take a tower? No, he doesn't. My stuff kills it. I forgot. Alright, so right here is just really just defending. And then you're going to see the P.E.K.K.A. pretty much just gets lasered by everything. And, like, the Dark Prince, too. I was thinking of using Valkyrie, maybe. But the Dark Prince's shield is just so viable for situations like that. When you're versing a P.E.K.K.A. or anything, it just makes you, like, be able to tank another hit. So you guys are going to see, I won this match, too. Like, I cannot stress enough how good this deck is. Like, I am loving this deck. And it is, like, one of the best decks I've ever used. And I think I have one more game I wanted to show you guys. Yeah, this game. So this game, it's a pretty quick matchup. I really like this guy's banner. That banner is really cute. Like, the Hog Rider with the monk. That's, like, that's a really good banner. But, yeah, I'm just waiting for placements to happen. You guys are going to see this guy is Mega Knight. He has Valkyrie, E-Wizard, Bats, Firecracker, Log, whatever else he has in his deck. But this guy, as soon as I verse an not an E-Giant. Oh my god, a Mega Knight player. That's what I'm trying to say. Every time I verse a Mega Knight player, I always get a little worried. Because if they're using Mega Knight P.E.K.K.A., it is one of the most annoying decks to verse. But you really just got to try to work your way around it. So I killed all of his, like, attacks right there. He places Valkyrie. That was a good Valkyrie placement by him. And then, yeah, you guys are going to see here. This is the primary reason I want to show this. The fact that I literally just used the Evil Wizard shield to basically knock back the Ram Rider is literally a log. It's literally a log, and it's so good. And Evo Wizard, like, it might not look like a good Evo from like the just looks of it, but when you actually play with it and you learn about like the situationals, like the situations that it really excels in, it really brings out like how good the card is. And like I didn't buy the last pass because I felt like the last pass with the Ram Rider was a little like iffy, just because the Ram Rider, it's a more like only attack Evo. And I didn't really want that for my first Evo, especially because, like, it also got nerfed, and I definitely was not going to buy it since it got nerfed, too. That's probably going to be one of the last Evos I get, maybe behind Royal Recruits or something. But Royal Recruits is still pretty good if you get a good deck with it. But in my opinion, it just doesn't look like one of the, like, more fun Evos, I guess you could say. But, I don't know. So you're going to see here, I did Wizard for his E-Wizard. This is one of the big things too. You really want to try to scatter your like troops if you're gonna be using this deck. Like I did. I had like Wizard one place. I had Archers one place. Then I had the Dark Knight another place. That's all for like if you're versing someone with a Fireball or Void Spell, because the Void Spell, although it does massive damage, the radius is like the radius of a Fireball. I'm pretty sure. So it acts like a lightning and like a kind of like a poison too. But the radius is really small, so you have to keep that in mind. Because I've had situations where I've had okay, yeah, you guys are gonna see this big push, but I've had situations where I have a Hog Rider. Yeah, he just went AFK. My bad. Okay, I gotta continue my thought. I've had situations where I've had a Hog Rider running super fast, and I placed the Void Spell a little too far up, and it only gets 2 hits and doesn't get that 3rd hit, and it makes the Hog Rider get their only hit, or maybe even 2 hits sometimes. And it really just messes up the game. Just because, like, if a Hog Rider hits your tower, or a Firecracker hits your tower, that's 400 to 500 damage. That could really just lose you the game. So it really is important that you want to try to, like, place your void spell like really like well. You don't want to mess up the placement. So anyways, that's the end of this video, you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and yeah, have a great night, you guys.